What is going on, guys? Noonan here with MMO Play, bringing my first look in impressions video into Archlord 2, a free-to-play MMORPG. Now, upon logging into the game has you select two factions to choose from because this is a very heavily PvP-driven game. So the two factions usually makes for some really great PvP. But other than that, we went ahead and picked our faction. We're kind of just logged in, picked our class, and we're going to run around, check out the combat, go over the classes a little bit, and try out some questing. So before we get into some combat, I want to go over the class system in this game, which I really find is pretty unique. So I started off with a mage. Now what's really cool about this game is there's a ton of skills for your class, and I mean just absolutely a ton. And when you pick a class, it's not just limited to, say, I'm a mage. It's not just limited to being a mage. Now, if I go out, do some quests, and I pick out a bow, and I really, really like a bow, and I don't want to be a wizard anymore, that's okay. I can go ahead and equip the bow. I can click on Bowman over here. I haven't really leveled up or I haven't equipped it, so I can't switch over. But once I do, I'm able to equip different weapons and specialize into a different spec or a different class at any given time. So really, there's only need for one character in this game because your one character can be each of the four classes in the game. Now, each of the four classes are a wand wielder, so a mage. A mage can spec out in DPS, or it can be a healer. So if you guys choose to, you can only choose to have DPS spells and stuff like that over here, or you can only choose to be like a support class and only have healing spells. So it's really, really diverse on how you build your class. Everybody will probably build it a little bit differently, which is really cool. Next, we have our Lancer, as you can see over here, which is pretty much your tank, and I also believe they could deal DPS as well. Then we have our Axe Wielder, so your standard warrior, pretty much straight up DPS, and then a Bowman, once again, range DPS. So there's really cool diversity to the game, and lots of skills to pick and choose from, and really build the class as you want it. Make it unique to yourself, and kind of have your own playstyle, your own skill set, different from everybody else's. So, which is really cool when running dungeons. You'll see lots of diversity and stuff like that with all the classes in the game. So we're going to go ahead and talk over here. You can see we've got some quest givers over here. We'll go ahead and press the F key to quickly interact with them. So we go ahead and click quest. We could pick these up. As you can see, we get a little bit of, we get some gear and stuff like that, but just by accepting them. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy too. Pick up all the quests we can, because more quests, more experience, the faster we level up. Alright, so you can see the quest over here, and what's cool about this game, it has an auto-tracking feature. Now, I know I'm not the biggest fan of auto-tracking, but I feel in this game the world is really, really extensive and pretty huge. The auto-tracking does come pretty handy in this game, I gotta admit. I'm not always the biggest fan, but I gotta say I do enjoy that there's auto-tracking in this game, because it is pretty helpful. So alright, let's go ahead and test out some of the combat. Now this game does have tab targeting combat, so kind of like World of Warcraft if you guys are used to that. So you can see we have that plant guy over here. So let's go ahead and just start casting our spells. Got some basic spells over here. We're taking this guy out. He's not too difficult, but it is early level monsters. And I've played a lot of the closed beta for this game, and really the monsters out in the field aren't usually too difficult. There are some area bosses. They'll be indicated on the map if you go and explore enough, but really where the bulk of the PvE content comes from in this game is there is endgame raiding. Now, how much endgame raiding is there? I'm not too sure. I don't think there's much, and there is quite a bit of dungeons to run in this game. Now, what's cool about this game is the dungeon system. It's kind of different from most MMORPGs. You don't really run with a party of 5 like you would in other games with your tank, 3 DPS, and healers. It's only ran with 2 people. And I really kind of like that because it makes the dungeons much more challenging. Now, with playing with my friends, I kind of spec'd out as a mage or a support mage in the closed beta. So he ran DPS, I ran healer, and it made the dungeons a little bit easier. But the boss fights were pretty fun, pretty difficult, and overall the PvP aspect for the game wasn't too bad. I also did get a chance to test out the PvP as well. The PvP, it works pretty well. I really enjoy it. They have open world PK areas, so you can just kind of walk into different areas and just you're free to kill anyone at any time, which is pretty cool. Or you can go ahead and talk to some NPCs and have them teleport you to some different battlegrounds and stuff like that, which is also kind of like its own small little world where you just keep going and keep killing each other and just racking up points. It doesn't really end. It's more like, I feel like it's more end game content, where you can kind of just go in and you just keep killing as much as you want. There's really no end to it. You just kind of test your skills and see how long you can survive. So it's pretty cool. The PvP system in this game, I've enjoyed it. I feel they've done a really good job for a PvP driven game. I feel like they've done their job on trying to make the game what they think or what they're trying to project the game as. So heavy PvP driven game, and I feel like they've done a really good job of that. So as you can see, we're just kind of running around, smacking these guys around. We did level up, so we did get some points. So let's go ahead and pick out some new skills. Let's go ahead and check these out. So you can see we have support skills over here, so which is like healing. We got some more heals over here, some passive stuff. Is this passive? No, it's not passive. The passive skills are usually over here. So as you can see, this increases our healing power permanently by 82, which is really good. So if you want to spec out in healing, I'd really recommend going in and kind of reading each skill and what they do, and how each skill and other skills will benefit different skills. So there's really good work of combinations of skills in this game, because you pick one skill and you pick another skill, and they could work with each other extremely well. But I'm going to go ahead and go with DPS. I'm going to go with Frost Shard over here. Let's go ahead and pick this one. And Frost Blast. Alright, so we got two new skills we could try out. Go ahead and apply those points. Let's go ahead and drag them to our action bar. And we'll test these out on these plant dudes over here. Getting a good feel for the new skills. Kind of see what we got to work with over here. So let's go ahead and cast this. You can see there's a little bit of a cast time. Looks pretty cool. Oh, so you can see there's a little bit of a chain system in this game, which I forgot about. So let's see, we could wait for the cooldown, and let's see, if you start casting this spell over here, you could quickly cast another spell over there without having to wait for the cast time. And like I said, lots of skills in this game work really well together, so we got those two skills, and they work really well. You use one, and then the other one can be instantly cast right after. So I'll go ahead and do it again and kind of show you guys how it works. So go ahead and cast our Frostbolt and quickly press our other one, and we set another one right there. So we kind of got like a double frost strike going on, which really takes out these enemies, and not too much of a challenge. But other than that, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you've enjoyed, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe for more. But until next time, guys, I will talk to you later.